Fired up over Halloween costumes this morning. Have you seen it? I mean, truly, political correctness has gone amok. There are strict rules on what you may and may not wear, issued by someone who thinks they're the boss of you. And joining me now to discuss it is NBC's Jenna Bush Hager and Jacob Soboroff, and a special guest on our panel today, all the way from California. Yes. Television host Melissa Rivers is here.
Nice to see everyone. Nice to see everyone.
Great to have you. So this is a different kind of fashion policing, Melissa. Halloween is next week, as you know, right? I mean, this year the costume police are cracking down like never before. Take a look at what some now say is an offensive costume. You may no longer dress as a cowboy. That's now offensive. Okay, the student union at Kent University in the UK is pushing to ban this, along with several other costumes, saying they cause offense, that they're inappropriate, and it goes on to sort of list the things that you're not allowed to dress like Harvey Weinstein.
Okay, but let's be honest.
Fair enough.
Like, seriously, like, come on.
No, thank you.
Yeah.
That's creepy.
Yeah, but
that is creepy.
I don't want the University of Kent telling me that I can't do it. You can't. You can't wear anything Mexican-based. No sombrero, no maracas. That's cultural and race-based.
That's more of a spring break thing anyway.
Not okay.
This one left. I've done spring break.
You cannot dress as a Native American. That's apparently been some rule for a long time. You can't dress as a nun. I mean, it's like, isn't the whole purpose of Halloween to dress up and pretend you are something other than yourself?
Listen, I was a little surprised about the cowboy because my girls have both been... They wore the costumes that I wore when I was little living in Texas. And this is the thing. Cowboys do dress like that.
Yeah.
They said they can't dress like that because it's a stereotype. I know some cowboys.
That's a real the Cowboys.
Yeah,
I'd be offended if I dressed like a cowboy. It would be okay for people to be offended because I'd be the nerdiest cowboy of all time.
But that would be charming.
Yeah,
But,
thank you.
But like, I spent time in Wyoming, and that's how they dress.
Yes,
but
totally.
You have to understand, I also come from a family where you're saying you can't dress like a nun. And I remember one year my mom went as a pregnant bride.
Oh, right.
Yeah, I mean, so it's like...
That, honestly, good for her.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I just feel like it's so absurd how, who comes up with these rules?
Well,
and you know what they're saying you can dress at? There's a list of what you can dress
I
as.
don't want to know. Oh, no.
Yes.
Letters of the alphabet.
You would be a good
Letters.
J.
Yes.
Good J.
No, I said to my team, I said, you know what, Doug and I are going to go together. I'm going to go as F and he can go as U.
Exactly.
What does FU stand for, Mom?
They'll figure it out.
See, and that is like a page out of how I was raised and how I raised my son.
Right.
So I feel very connected to you with that one.
Right from the beginning, we were soul sisters, Melissa. I don't know. I feel like, you know, there's definitely going to be offense caused on Halloween. By the way, some of 2018's most controversial Halloween costumes are the Handmaid's Tale costume.
Well, because it's a sexy Handmaid's Tale.
Get over it. Wear what you want. You can't dress as Anne Frank, which apparently my team was asking, who chooses Anne Frank as their Halloween
And by the way, I want to
costume?
know what that looks like.
I know.
Like, that's very...
You got the diary, I guess. I guess that's the Anne Frank costume. It's like...
Oh, it's a real costume.
But look,
seriously,
freedom of expression, this is not in our country, but freedom of expression is a beautiful thing. So is freedom of speech. It's part of why I like living in the United States of America. If you're going to dress like an idiot, act like an idiot, and actually dress and be racist, then somebody should say something to somebody, but you should still be able to dress like a moron.
But what is racist? Because truly, you do get in trouble if you are a white person who puts on blackface on Halloween, or a black person who puts on whiteface for Halloween. Like, back when I was a kid, that was okay as long as you were dressing up as like a character.
If somebody feels like something is offensive to them, then you should say it, and that's fair game.
and
you should be able to take it if you're going to dress up like that.
Yeah, you got to be able to take it.
Yeah. One of the things they mentioned is people dressing up like Nazis and this. If you think it's offensive, it probably is.
Yep.
And one of my big complaints just about society right now is whatever happened, and I know how you were raised. I don't know how you were raised, but...
That's questionable.
Yeah. Whatever happened to just manners and polite society?
But on Halloween, you've got guys running around with fake axes coming out of their head.
But what I'm saying
it's gonna be jarring.
Right, but what I'm saying is, in polite society, someone who's raised would not think that dressing as a Nazi is okay. I don't need the look. I don't need the PC.
Or painting somebody. I mean, I think that there are limits to how far you want to go.
But we
Because if you're
should
making
know.
people feel bad.
But I'm saying normal people kind of know where that line is.
Yes, right.
I mean, I have a son that dressed as a fireman with an axe and then insisted on carrying the axe around for like a week.
But there was controversy on,
he
on the
knows.
Real
So, yeah.
Housewives. There was a controversy on the Real Housewives of New York with Luann, as she dressed as Diana Ross, and she made her skin look darker than it really is, and people said that that was racist. And I don't know. I thought, like, who doesn't love Diana Ross? She wants to look like Diana Ross for one day. I don't know how like that got racist on Halloween.
haven't
It's not
seen
like
it,
she's
but
walking around.
I have
general.
not seen it, but it sounds a
You
little
have
racist to
watched
me.
it. Me too.
And by the way, I haven't seen the other,
too.
but if she really wanted to look like Diana Ross, she should have dressed as Michael Jackson. Because they...
I don't know. I can't keep up with the number of people that
just come on, we're already in the deep end
literally.
of the pool.
I can't keep up with the number of people that were offended.